All right. Good morning, guys. Oh, my goodness. 27 miles, 42 minutes, 213 watt hours per month. 213. We've used 6 kilowatt hours so far. Today, my friends need a ride to the airport, so I'm doing an airport run. If you remember previous airport runs, one of the purposes I do with the airport run is to see. So I read somewhere that Uber charges $2 per mile. Okay, so part of it is just to compute, go through the cost, go through what you get paid. I mean, I don't know if Tesla's going to pay $2 an hour, but that is if they ever get to robotaxi, and I'm sure they will, right? I mean, they have come too far to fail, I think. Now, there may be limits to what my cars can do. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, it's just whatever. Peace and harmony. So anyway, that's what the plan is today. The other thing is, while I'm down at the airport, there was something in the parking diagram that said, and here's where Uber drivers or independent taxis park. I don't know why you wouldn't park in the taxi line if you were doing taxi, but let's face it, Uber's summoned, right? It doesn't just show up at the airport and hope somebody asks for one. I mean, I guess they could, but I didn't think that's the way Uber works. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. The main point is make the airport run and just walk around a little bit, see what the parking situation is. I've always assumed that if you were to pre-deploy a robotaxi, pre-deploy so to speak, you would have them go down to the cell phone lot and have them just park there, right? And then when the person gets off the plane, they say, yes, I'm ready to take my reservation now. Assuming that you can do it that way. I don't know. The robotaxi thing doesn't even say anything about reservations. It just says you press a summon button and the closest one responds. Oh, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff to be worked out. But I definitely feel like one of the more lucrative things you can do with a robotaxi is airport runs. Although you don't make airport runs unless somebody's asked for it. Right? Anyway, we'll see. That's what's going on today. All right, so if we were running robotaxi, 29 miles, 33 minutes, 226 watt hours per mile. All right, so that's one question that's for sure answered. There is a taxi ride app exit along with the rental car. That makes sense. Okay, there's a second sign making sure you're staying left. Huh, interesting. Because I see a rental return saying stay left. Okay, I'm sure it's kind of confusing, but here it is. Lifts, Ubers, taxis, left lane only. Okay, rental cars and right lane only. Okay, a second set of signs, just make sure it's clear to you. Uber in left lane, rental car in the right. Somehow those don't look like rental cars, do they? At least some don't. All right, there you are. Another one. Make sure you stay in the left lane here. All right, there we go. Taxi TNC prearranged vehicles. Okay, doesn't say ride app, but okay. This is obviously where they intend you to go. All right, curious statement up there. No taxi staging beyond this point. Taxi only beyond this point. Okay, so if you are a registered taxi, you go over there. Now, if I'm doing Uber, where do I go? I was in here somewhere, but I don't know where. All right, so these cars weren't here before when I came through. but they are now. I guess these are Ubers. And so you get told like it's Orange 5 is what you're looking for, and that's the car you go to. Okay. I don't know how to work for my friends, because they'd probably expect to get Opar Ray. Okay. Alright, so I'm guessing this is Austin Energy. Does it say it directly? City of Austin. Okay. So Department of Energy. No, I'm sorry. Austin Electric, right? Oh, it says DOA in there. Maybe Department of Airport. I don't know, but they have a. So it's actually for post for charge cables, but there's that part. All right. So, what's the financial or estimated financial impacts? All right. So we covered 29 miles at $2 an hour. That's $58. Would they actually charge $58? I don't know. This is from my friend's house in Steiner Ranch out to the airport. My cost of energy, $2.97. So the cost of energy is easily covered with this trip. Part of the reason why I find this particular run interesting, and it's one of the things I do from time to time. All right, so there you go. There is something about a surcharge to go to the airport. I'm not quite sure how that works. So it was what, $3.15, $3.50, something like that. And that comes out of the, it would come out of the $58. But that's relatively small potatoes for me too. I mean, if you're just taking somebody a few miles, you're not going to make the money out of it. But into West Austin, it's usually covered. Okay, there you go. There's still some parts that are not obvious yet, but until Tesla announces the robotaxi program, makes it clear how it works, you can't really fully make any plans. Okay, so that's where we're at. Yeehaw.